good, y'all? It's the Demouchets React, and we're back with another video. What we got today, C?
Today we're back with another American reaction. So excited about this video. If you're new to us
and we're new to you,
make sure you scroll down,
hit that subscribe button,
and turn on the post notification bell
because we're on the road to 200K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, alright? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Let's get it.
Don't Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders get free housing and heaps of money from the government?
That's
Where?
shady.
Where's my house? Where's my house then?
That's so shady.
What does an Aboriginal person look like? My answer to this is you can't define an Aboriginal person. We come in all shapes and sizes, our skin colour is different to one another, our eye colour, and so you just can't define one.
Mm-hmm. An Aboriginal person looks like me, can look like CJ, we can look like absolutely anything. We come in all different shapes and sizes and colours. We are very diverse people.
I've got cousins that are light skinned. They do have blonde hair and blue eyes.
Yeah, me too.
And then I've got cousins that are really dark skinned as well.
There is no typical Aboriginal person, from the blackest black person, skinned person, to the fairest. The range is enormous.
It's not necessarily about skin colour. That's probably the general perception that is something we have to work towards demystifying. We've been colonised, but we still have connection to our country, to our lands. So, there's obviously been interrelations from first contact. That changes, but we're still connected, we're still here.
What was that analogy? I think it was like you can still add milk to the tea and it will still be tea. Yeah.
Oh, she
You
said a
speak
mouthful.
well for an Aboriginal Torres Strait Islander.
What?
That's the end.
I hate this.
Yeah.
I hate when that
We
gets
all hear
told
something
this.
like that.
Absolutely, I think it's something, especially a lot of us who are in tertiary institutions, we definitely get told a lot.
For sure. Whatever your experience is with Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people and how they talk to you in the past, that's a completely different person, so of course they're going to talk to you differently. So we don't all sound the same.
I think that's very racist. I think it's stereotyping, and it's offensive. A backhanded compliment.
Yeah,
Well, they're
that's a big
insinuating that our people don't usually speak well.
Many of my brothers and sisters across this nation, English is a second or third language. So, yes, some of us have learned to speak well and write well, and that all comes from opportunities of education, but equally the connection to our languages is really important, cultural connection for us as well.
My mother tongue.
We got you a moment. We're gonna let you talk. But what I don't like is that people will literally ask the question based off the beginning of history, thinking that how they was doing whatever the times was doing when they had nothing, and make it out to seem like that's who they are still to this day.
Right.
Some people with just no sense and don't have nothing, don't know what to do with nothing, and it is a slap in the face. It is.
It is, especially to them who are they are colonized. Have been, okay, so hold up. Wait.
No, I know just
have been colonized, right? And they have gone through all of the hurtful things in their past, and they still deal with things. And so you come tell these people who have been here since then that this is a standard, and you speak so well for that type of person.
Almost as if that you almost made it into society to fit in with certain conversations because you talk well enough to do so.
Right. Like you sound like us, like we're the standard.
That's like saying, "Oh, you black? How you sound black? Are you from the hood? How you talk hood?
Yeah, like, you don't sound like them.
You don't. Yeah. Oh, that part. Yeah. it is a low key. It is not even low key. It is a slap in the face. Don't do that. Don't
and
do
it's
that.
basically been eradicated. I never learnt it as a child or even growing up as an adult. I understand it. So when people speak it or when we sing songs in it, I know exactly what they're singing and I can interpret. And then we have a Creole that when I speak, I'll speak to somebody from the islands in this Creole, not in my mother tongue. So those are the sort of things that we're affected by coming off the island and by government policies at the time to stop us from speaking our languages.
Pause. We were just speaking about this on another video. Our grandparents had a language that they spoke, which was called Corrivini, which is a Louisiana Creole language, or Creole Louisiana language, right? But in their schools, they were beat if they spoke it. So they had to speak English. They had to learn to speak English. And oftentimes, for people like our grandparents, they were the first to learn this language. So they had to go home and teach their parents who was looking at them weird because at the time it was a French Creole based language. It wasn't English based. So I always say, like, we have so much in common with the Aboriginals, and it's crazy. It's mind blowing because they're so far away from us. You know, and I'm speaking in terms of Aboriginals and Black Americans. They're so far away from us, and we don't have a shared history. Yes, when it comes to civil rights and things like that. But
that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
But you know, we always have our connection is to the continent of Africa. But there are people who have gone through things that's similar to us and have similar experiences, such as the Aboriginals. That's why it's always like mind blowing, like especially like when they call themselves black fellas, you know, things like that. So yeah,
it's crazy because I think it's more so that the person who took the land is the same person. So it's kind of like the rinse, wash, repeat cycle. That's why we all can sit back and be like, you went through that too? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Similarities are there already.
Millennial and Torres Strait Islanders get free housing and heaps of money from the government. Where?
Who's to them?
I'm still waiting for my free house.
Yeah, I want one. Can I have a free car as well?
I've worked since I was 18, basically looked after myself from like in my early 20s when I've lost both my parents, and worked full-time jobs.
What they're thinking of is how some of Australia's, our government's resources, there's a chunk of it that
I want to say something. She said she lost both of her parents and she had to work all her life basically, you know what I'm saying, to get what you gotta get. It makes me think about family because at a certain age, it's taught to us that you have to leave. You get what I'm saying? Some people have it fortunate to where leaving is not an option.
Right,
but for the most part, you have to leave. And in my mind, I'm thinking about it's like, well, if this was the village, if this is where it started for you, why do you have to leave it? To redo it and then separate it just so you can redo it and then separate it. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like after generation with family, I think it's all supposed to just stay connected.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where the work ethic and everything starts to get minimized because the family has already constantly built on top of each other instead of separating the family all the time. You need a nest and go do you.
Nobody have to start over at ground zero.
It should never be a ground. It don't make sense. And I think that also stems back from history for us. You know what I'm saying? If you look at it from just, I know what I'm talking about, but just people in villages and things of that nature.
Rewind for her.
I got you. 10 off the wrist.
And worked full-time jobs.
What they're thinking of is how some of Australia's, our government's resources, there's a chunk of it that is invested into Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander, perhaps health and housing and stuff, because we need it. I mean, after all these years of genocide, assimilation, colonisation, like we are at a disadvantage in our health. We do have a shorter life expectancy, of course. We're going to need more money in terms of like providing hospitals and care in remote communities. That just makes sense.
It's not a handout. It's not even a hand up. It doesn't
Talk
go
about
close to fixing the issues that we have today across health, across education, incarceration rates. They're still too high. There's still too many issues that aren't resolved. The money's not the answer to the problems, but there are certainly people and communities that need that sort of support.
Right. He said it's not a handout, which also means it's not them being lazy.
Right.
I just want to say that.
Right. It's meant to fill gaps, and
right.
Everything that they're saying, we deal with that here.
They came in. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No. Go. Take it away.
Well, people saying, "Oh, Black Americans are the ones who's taking up all the resources when it comes to housing and healthcare and food stamps and things like that." But when you look at the numbers, when you look at the numbers,
because when you come in the game and you start at the 0-yard line and everybody else is at the 50-yard line, and then you got all these years to try to play catch up, and you never catch up.
When y'all done had a 400-year head start.
Yeah.
Okay, we got.
It's not a handout. It can't be called a handout.
Pretty sure that all Australians can receive benefits from the government, not just Aboriginals and Torres Strait Islanders.
Why can't you guys just get over it?
Oh.
Well, we can't get over it because it's still happening across Australia. I still see the effects that it has towards my family, my mother, my aunts, my uncles, especially my little cousins. We can't get over it because, it's still occurring and affecting them.
I'm not sure what it is we have to get over, but we still have to recognise and understand how this land was first invaded. And when the country can move forward with that and understand what reconciliation actually means, then that'll become important. But Aboriginal people are going to be here forever, and so is culture.
I think people aren't really well educated on the topic of what they're asking us to get over.
Exactly.
A lot of them think that it happened over 200 years ago, but it's not true. That's actually when it started. It started over 200 years ago.
Basically an understanding of our cultures, where we've come from, like understanding where we've come from and what's affected our lives to the time where we are now, and how government policies or how our lives have been, dismantled. I mean, I'm only speaking on what's affected me, and then there's my forefathers who were also affected by different things. So there's a lot of history there to get over.
What can people ask you?
I think, because y'all already know we get asked that question.
Right.
I think when it comes to getting over it, those people fail to realize that this is not some mystical story, right? This is not a cartoon that was shown on TV. This is real life. Humans got together and decided to do all of these atrocities that y'all dealt with, that we have dealt with, that other places in the world have dealt with.
Right.
Oftentimes the same groups of people. Have decided, we're gonna go here. And then we're gonna go here. We're gonna do the same thing, and we're gonna get these people under control.
I don't think it's often. I think it is as it is.
Yeah, okay.
It never changed.
Right, and we're still dealing with those same ideologies.
Right. The trickling effect.
Yes, we still deal with that.
Yeah.
Just like y'all have higher incarceration rates, our state, where we're from, has the highest in our country. Year after year after year, since before we were born. The problem has not been rectified. Why? Money. I can go deeper, but I'm not.
And another thing about it is that it's not a minor. You can't sit up in someone's face and tell them to get over something that has already been abundantly impacted over the generations. Mind you, you're now in the same, line of fire to what happened to your people.
I'm gonna say we didn't start the fire. To the people who say get over these things, we didn't start the fire. We're just living in it. We still trying to throw the fire out. But the people who started the fire keep putting more flame. fuel on the fire.
No, that's true. That's true. Yeah. I think my thought gonna have to come back.
Okay, it's gonna come back.
It's going to come back.
My forefathers who were also affected by different things. So there's a lot of history there to get over.
Mm-hmm.
What can people ask you? I think people can ask me what my mob is. I love talking about my culture. I love talking about my family, my community. But I think, try to avoid those how much benefits do you get or anything like that sort, because it's just not gonna move the conversation forward, and you're not gonna learn about me and my culture if you don't ask the right questions.
You could ask me, what is your ancestry, or what is your bloodline, or who is your mob?
Yeah, what is your heritage? Do you identify as Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander? Like, inquire politely, don't assume. Definitely not.
Don't say, oh, you're Indian, where are you from?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Don't say that.
I get Greek a lot. Yeah, no, ask, where is your family from? Where were you born, perhaps? It's kind of simple.
And if we're Australian, you can ask, what country were you born? That should be a new question people ask each other.
Yeah.
They should all know who were the traditional owners of the land they were born on.
Like, I love talking about my culture. I love talking about home. So telling people about that and just giving them a little bit of information so that they can go home and do some research and stuff like that.
And also, why does our heritage matter? Like, why is that the first thing someone has to ask?
Yeah.
Just that's what they remember.
A non-Indigenous person, where in Europe are you from?
Yeah.
It does not matter to me.
Do your own research, it's your responsibility. It's very taxing having to tell people about your culture, what happened. It's very draining emotionally, so people have to take their own responsibility and educate themselves. It's not my job.
We all have different lived experiences. Mine's different to Mary's. Mine's probably different to my brother and sister. They're a bit darker skinned than me. So we all have our own lived experience. We all need to lean into the conversation. This is what we want to have. This is part of reconciliation, is both sides coming together and having that conversation. Sometimes that's a little challenging for everyone. Just lean into it.
That's it. Thanks, question.
Yeah, we're gonna stop right there. Y'all know what to do. Go ahead and check them out. I still don't remember what I wanted to say. I'm sorry. It's gone.
It may come up later.
Right after this cut.
Mm-hmm.
Right after this cut.
Right after. We always love learning about your culture.
Definitely.
A couple months ago, we dove into some comedy. So if y'all want us to do comedy, dances, traditional things, just let us know.
Also, I want to add that if people are confused about your culture and they don't know what it is they want to ask, you can help them by letting them know what you enjoy about your culture.
Mm-hmm.
Because people love to have fun. And if they see that you're having fun with the things that you love to do, they'll give it an insight on why you are so positive, why you are so happy all the time. Because they also come with a stereotype or a judgment.
Right.
So just a little secret one that they don't want to let you know about, but let's debunk all that.
Yeah. I think the best way to always introduce somebody to your culture is food. Food makes everybody happy. You can talk about the history of the dishes, that's always cool.
That's facts.
All right, y'all. We hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Be sure to subscribe. We'll see you soon.
Peace.